Have you ever felt confused, unsure, or just completely lost about a decision that you made or that someone else made for you? Welcome to another episode of Buri's Debrief, where I share personal stories around career path, hair business, alumni, baking and entertainment. Some really juicy stories, so please stick around. Now, back to my story of leaving high school. And if you don't know the backstory, please do watch this video just for perspective so you can follow through. Now at this point, I am done with high school, graduated as a science student and ready to head over to the university or college. Normally, when you're about to get into university, you apply, you choose whatever major. And when I put down my majors on my application form, I still had at the back of my mind, I want to switch from the science into business studies. Remember, that had always been something in my gut telling me I do not want to do the sciences. But again, I have graduated as a science student, so my chances are higher of getting placed in a science domain at a university. So on my form, I have three choices. I put biochemistry as my first choice, second choice, accountancy, and last choice, management. I was really hoping that I would get into accounting. Now, at the time, I don't know if everything has changed now, but at the time, there was a trend of science students switching at university level into accounting. So even though I had been a science student, I had that at the back of my mind. Once I'm done with high school, I'm definitely going to make the switch. So I put out those three majors on my form, and I sent my form out to be, placed into a domain. I was getting into the University of Buea. That is the only Anglo-Saxon university in Cameroon, my country in Central Africa. Now, the university list is out. Everybody's excited. It's time to get into university. I go to look at my name to see where I've been placed. Lo and behold, my name shows up under microbiology. Microbiology was never on my form. How did I land in microbiology? The mystery I was never able to solve. I was devastated. I could not believe my eyes. So once more, I'm being tied to science, not just to science, but to something I didn't even apply for. And I have to go through this for the next 3 years. My head was spinning. I didn't know what to do. I remember having a call with my sisters and my parents and everybody trying to encourage me and just be like, calm down, it's going to be okay. They're trying to, but I was completely shattered. My dreams were shattered. Now, what am I supposed to do? I thought about it and I'm like, okay, I really want to go to school. I don't want to stay at home for 1 year just because I didn't get the major. What if next year I don't get it either? But I knew that, I wanted to start experiencing the whole university life, the fun of having to live by myself, cook my own food, do my hair the way I want, wear clothes. Again, I was coming from a boarding school, wore uniforms from one to opposite. So 7 years of just being in a uniform and also short hair. And so I was excited to go out and explore the world. So I went over to university, but there was this deep sadness about me. My first year was really messy. I struggled just to be in school, to take classes, to attend lectures. It was just a pain all over. Yes, when I was hanging out with my friends, maybe doing some extracurricular activity, having, fun with my ex-student association or hanging out with people, different students from different schools, fun at the Minicity, that was all really good. I enjoyed that part. But each time I walked through the gates of UB to attend classes, it was a nightmare. There was this big lump in my throat. I would feel it. Each time I was with a group of friends and let's say we're having a snack, it's the break time and we all meet and we're conversing and it's time to now go to our different classes. You see a bunch of my mates are going into their, ECN 201. That was economics for first level. Those who are really passionate about the sciences, maybe they have their biochemistry 203, whatever, let me call it. I don't know. I can't remember those codes. And here I have to walk alone to some microbiology 201. Or no, there was one particular course, bot 201, which I hated with a passion. And here I will always go to these classes by myself. Well, fortunately, on the larger scheme of things, there was always this general courses for everybody, level 200. Level 200 is first level of university, and we would meet there. I mean, that was a little consoling. One of the nightmares I will never forget was having to do lab sessions on, I think it was every other Monday, like one Monday in 2 weeks or so, and we had to do dissection. I mean, these are things I did in high school because I had to do them. I thought when I get to university, I would have chosen my path and I would not have to do all of this again, but here I was. I have a very close friend. She's still very dear to me to this day. And she would go, she was passionate about the sciences. I mean, that particular course we had to do together. So she took upon herself to go buy a toad. And back then, remember, we're university, we're students. We don't have money to throw around. I'll see her sacrifice 500 francs CFA to get a toad for me, get hers and get mine, just so that I will be motivated to come to the laboratory. Because at times I would just tell her, you know what, I don't even have a toad, I'm not going. And I want to boycott that class. But she did that on at least 2 occasions. Even when I got there and we're doing the dissection and the class is going on, my mind is completely out somewhere. And all I can think of is the smell of that toad I'm dissecting. I was in pain in my first year. It was a very sad experience. Well, life is life. I had to go through that. But I'm just here telling the story to encourage anyone who is out there struggling with a choice that they have made or that someone else has made for you. This is just a reminder. Life is long. There are so many other things that you can do. And please, if you're feeling misaligned, find alignment. Talk to somebody. Get a mentor. Talk to people you trust. Try to find a way out. If you're misaligned, there is no way you're going to succeed. Because at the end of the day, your success depends solely on you. It has to come from within. So you need to feel good about what you're doing. Well, I'm just saying this to encourage anyone who is not even sure what choice to make. Well, take your time. Okay, we kind of force life and feel that things have to be at a certain pace, and you could even back out, just stay home for 1 year. Give yourself time. I've seen people take a gap year. It's very common here in the Western world. Yeah, but if you have to go, hold your dream high. Well, I am going to continue the story and I'll share how I managed to pivot into what I wanted to study. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be bringing you many more stories in regards to career, business, alumni, baking, and entertainment. Thanks for watching. Bye.